Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new video here at tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now we're going back to the tried and true good old formula of me talking about this deck that just won Liverpool Regionals, Mew VMAX by Fabricio Inga from Peru. Really good player, has been, I feel like it's been now a long time where he's been consistently at the top, consistently performing. Hadn't had that big win yet at a regional level event, I believe. Yeah, I will go and double check on their Limitless page, but I do believe they had not gotten a big win up until now. Yeah, winning the biggest regional in Europe. Very, very nice to see. And you can see how the lack of events in LATAM is prompting LATAM players to go travel to other regions. We've had Vini win in Charlotte, and now Fabricio won in Liverpool. And with good old Mew, yeah, good old Mew VMAX. As you all know, I'm a big fan of the deck. Pretty cool deck to play. It's actually like the community, I feel like it's pretty divided with it. It's like very loved and very hated by many people, but it's a powerful deck. It's one you need to be aware of. And it's also like, even if there's a possibility of running into Spiritomb, just take a look at the build. Yeah, with Elesas, with the fusion energies, you can play around Spiritomb. There's very little to no Drapion, and actually this list is wrong. There's one card difference. There's -1 Cram-o-matic, +1 Lost City. That's the list that Fabricio won with, so pardon me, the deck list will be correct in the description down below. Lost City, a pretty good card against Gardevoir, pretty good card against, in case you do run into those Drapion Bees, and to also make sure you lost zone those Roaring Moons in the Lost Boxer decks, which I do believe Fabricio played against in the top cut of the tournament. And yeah, Mew doing Mew things. I love Disruption with Judge Path, which is fantastic. Have the quad Lost Vacuum to counter your own path or your opponent's. Elesa Sparkle to protect from Spiritomb. Iono to continue to disrupt in the late game. Boss's Orders to chase down whatever your opponent is doing and or threatening you with. And then you have 2-switch and Escape Rope. The 2-switch help play around the Tapu Koko EX Paralysis, which is pretty important against Miraidon, which can be a little problematic if they do that, along with the EX Pishers and the Raichu V to 1-hit KO Mew VMAX. So pretty important to now have those switches. They also help against Snorlax to just switch out your Mew VMAX, which you wouldn't be able to if you had the switch card, which if there's a Mew VMAX trapped in the active, that's completely fine by you. But it is important to have those extra ways to maneuver, and it does feel like with Lost Box not having, or at least before this tournament, not having a lot of presence, healing 30 probably not very impactful in the long run. Lost Box did have a pretty big comeback this past weekend at Liverpool Regionals, with 2 of them making top cut. So perhaps there's merit to playing a split, one switch card, one Escape Rope, or maybe you just don't care because definitely there's less Sableye overall in the metagame as of now, with Tina only running 1 and the super effective Glasses version of Lost Box not even playing a single one. So we're gonna jump into some games, and I hope if you want to watch me play more games, talk about my thought process, look at the mistakes that I make, learn from them together. Definitely let me know. I would love to know. It's been a very long time since I've done this deck breakdown or deck comments, if you will, into a couple of games. So if you do want to watch that, definitely let me know and I will oblige. Thank you so much and enjoy the games.
If you want to support the channel, you can use code tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay.
Alright, so here we go. Pretty good start, I would say. Pretty good start, and a big advantage right now, I think, of playing Mew VMAX is the fact that a lot of decks want to go second, right? Or are choosing to go second blindly, and you actually appreciate going first with this deck. Now, let's price check real quickly. We do have a Genesect prized. We also have a Judge prized, I believe. And notice how you don't price check everything, just like the key cards and a double turbo. So Genesect double turbo Judge. Anything else is probably like not super crucial. Maybe the power tablets, which we have all 4 of. 1 cram, so that's good enough information, you know. All right, so seeing a Greninja, we generally have no idea what we could be up against. I do want a more stable setup because I don't have like a great follow-up for next turn, so that's why I'm gonna commit my V-Star right now in order to establish a Battle VIP Pass, which I priced a Battle VIP Pass. So that's 5 of the prizes figured out. Definitely should be in Genesect here, because I will be drawing 1 card, but that card could lead to me drawing something else, right? And unless I am being threatened. Alright, so getting the fusion energy, I'm gonna keep it in hand, even though part of me wants to attach it. A lot of decks are playing Spiritomb, so if it's Greninja, it could be Lost Bugs, could be Guardy, could be Roaring Moon as well, which none of those 2 play Spiritomb, so dang. So I kind of want to hold on to it. Why? Because if I attach, if there's no threat of Spiritomb, and then I can go Elesa Sparkle and attack next turn. So I'm gonna pass for now. Definitely questionable for sure. Not gonna argue against that, but my instinct tells me it's important to keep the option open next turn. Oh, and it is Roaring Moon, it seems. It's important to keep the option open on whether I want to but protect from a Spiritomb or just go all out. Now, maybe I should have retreated into the Disaster Box Mew. That's 2 energies already on the Roaring Moon. So, I mean, if they attack us, that's fine, honestly. If they attack us, that is honestly a-okay. It is a more Professor's Research heavy based version. And we are going to see the Pokestop, trekking shoes, Iono. Now, one bad thing, however, of not attaching is that going boss KO Roaring Moon next turn will probably be very difficult at this point in time, so we'll see. Best case scenario is honestly if my opponent just attacks me. That would be pretty fantastic overall, because that would allow us to, they take 2 prizes, they still need to take 2 more knockouts, right? And it's not exactly easy for them to achieve. So switch card, not bothering going into the Mew, right? In case you whiff, and in case you find Dark Patch, right? So horrible play right there. Yeah, horrible play. Complete unnecessary stretch of resources right there. 100% not necessary to do that. Just go into the free retreater, yeah, and then you get the possibility of Dark Patch or energy switch. And they had already discarded 2 energy switches, I believe. Yeah, so it was more likely that they get a Dark Patch rather than the energy switch, but never punished. Now, my bad for not retreating, absolutely. My bad for not retreating right there. And yeah, I don't have a great follow-up hand. I am close to the KO though, which is nice, but I'm gonna need some good Genesects right here. Alright, so let's start off by just getting the energy out of the deck. Great. So now what we need is a Power Tablet and a backup Mew VMAX. Alright, there's the heads flips, very nice. So definitely gonna go for the Power Tablet just to make sure I have the guaranteed. Though going for more stuff is definitely tempting though, like going for Stadium perhaps. I would love to end the turn with a path to a peak, right? So, now that I think about it, maybe going for the Mew was actually better, because I also need that. If I don't get that, I'm probably losing the game, so maybe that was actually a better call. Alright, I'm gonna extend here, get rid of this, and then draw 3 more. Yeah, maybe grabbing Feather Ball for me or Nest Ball for me would have been better. Oof, okay. Not great at all. Not great at all. I cannot afford to give up on that Power Tablet though. Oof, okay. Very nice. Not happy with that boss discard, however. Definitely not happy with the boss discard, but it is what it is. And we'll be able to take a knockout here. Now, best case scenario, my opponent doesn't KO me, right? That would be ideal. But realistically, they will probably KO me. So it's just a matter of, this is how it's going to play out. Yeah, my opponent needs to either attack me with Moltres or knock me out with Roaring Moon. And then I, of course, need to get the return KO, which is not going to be easy. There's the Dire Flame Wings. But yeah, my opponent's previous turn showed how they're more focused on clicking on the cards than actually thinking things through, right? That's why they didn't switch card into the Mew EX with Free Retreat. They just switch card into the Roaring Moon and did not get punished, but it would have been so cool for them to just draw a Dark Patch instead of the actual energy switch and be punished for that play. All right, so very tight game for sure, but still looking fine. Maybe I was a little too cautious with the fusion energy in the beginning, but can you ever be too cautious though? All right, so restart for 2. They are down to 14 cards though, so that is a pretty low amount. Oh, very nice. Finds the Force Seal Stone, will be able to probably find a research. Ooh. I mean, this is actually pretty nice. Saves me a lot of trouble. It actually saves me a lot of trouble. Alright, and that just makes things more complex. Oh wow. Wait, what? Oh no, that's fine. Wait, so there are 2 cards. There are 2 cards off restart. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. Alright. 9 cards left though. Can they get a KO? Seems like they will be able to. But then the last KO should be pretty difficult, right? Really should be. So what do they grab here? A switch? They've already played down their supporter and an escape rope. It's a town store. Into trekking shoes. And into a pass. All right, so that 100% gives us such a big advantage. All right, so now essentially the ball, right, is on my court. So I need to find the escape rope and did I lost some the boss? Did. Ooh, okay. So I have no more boss's orders, so I need escape rope 100%. Oof. That's gonna be rough. I need escape rope 100%. Yep. Damn. That's not gonna be an easy thing to grab. Alright, well, I need this possibly. Yeah, because I also have one left of those. Alright, I'm just gonna grab the Mew. I kinda do, but also kinda don't want to use the Power Tablet. So let's draw 4 cards first. Okay. Feather Ball, let's grab the Mew. 21 cards left. Okay. I mean, I do have both Lost Vacuums now. So I could just delete both of these and draw a bunch of cards because of that, or thanks to that. That seems alright. Okay. Let's just get rid of the other one. That way, no matter what they escape rope into, we can knock them out. So yeah, if we get 2 prizes here, I am pretty sure we win. And yeah, now I can play that because they don't have the tool anymore. So no matter which one they bring, probably this one or whatever it is, I knock it out. And then, assuming I find the escape rope, right? This is all assuming I find the escape rope, which I did. Awesome. And now with this double Box of Disaster, this is fantastic. Because now, if they knock out either Mew VMAX, they will self-damage. That means thanks to the Box of Disaster, right? So they either self-damage with Frenzied Gouging, or they self-damage with the other attack, thanks to the Box of Disaster. Then I don't need a Power Tablet to win. So I think we've won here, honestly. I generally think we have won here. Okay, so we do bring up the Squawk. Can take a knockout with this. And then, I mean, I don't see why not to Judge. Not looking for a supporter. All I need now is basically, yeah, like switching cards, and that's pretty much it to protect. And maybe the Power Tablet, which I did find. And that's great. Definitely don't want to play the PAF. And I believe that should be game. 2-2-2. 2-2-2. And now, because this Mew VMAX is on the bench, even if they somehow find a way to bypass the Box of Disaster, or I'm misreading it, or something along those lines, still no promotion of the free reader. Interesting. Even if they are able to somehow bypass it, the 2 Fusion Strike Energy Mew VMAX can deal that little bit of extra damage, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, they are trying to bypass the Box of Disaster by going after the Genesect. Completely understandable, but I do have my Power Tablet ready to go to just knock this friend out. If they had the third tool though, that would be game in their favor. They would win. And there we go. Yeah, you want to know how to beat Roaring Moon with Mew VMAX, and this is the way. Yeah, just do your thing and let your opponent misplay into a loss. I mean, so in an ideal world, if they had attacked me and taken the knockout, I would have had to disrupt plus take a knockout into hoping they didn't get another Roaring Moon powered up, right? Which I feel like odds were definitely not in their favor to do that. But you never know, you know? So, alright, on to the next one. Alright, starting up this second game against a Regieleki deck, whatever that ends up being. I mean, obviously Miraidon, right? But alright, so do have 2 double turbos. I think it's just worth it to go for the Battle VIP Pass now. I'm not attaching to the active, that's a small thing. Yeah, as you can see, I was about to, and then I then changed my mind. Quick price check, no supporters, no Pokemon. 1 tablet, 1 Ultra Ball, 1 PAF, 1 double turbo. Alright, so I immediately changed my mind because there's a universe where I might want to Box of Disaster the Genesect V. Maybe. there is a world where that happens, and then if they try to like get a KO, then they get a little bit of damage back, which means I don't need a Power Tablet. Now that path to a peak is actually pretty interesting. I don't think I'll be using Psychic Leap much this game, so I'm just gonna commit to Genesect. Path to a peak can be very good against Miraidon, but I'm only gonna play it down, if I can have like a sort of guaranteed attack, because this is already a pretty decent to good matchup, right? So I was thinking about it. I'm gonna hold on it for now because I feel like it could do more harm than good. If I slow them down, fantastic, but then if I judge into no Mew VMAX, and I also slowed myself down by not having access to Genesect, so probably not the best idea. However, seeing an Electabuzz probably means this is not a very competitive Miraidon EX deck. So it is what it is. It's what you get on PTCG Live, and we'll just make the best out of it. In the end, I just like in the previous game, if you watched, I need to go 2-2-2, right? That's the goal. That's the plan, and we'll see if that ends up happening or not. Now, very nice. Iono, we got an Ultra Ball, we got Fusion Energy, no Spiritomb in sight, which is obviously good news. Obviously good news. Double hit off the generator. Very nice. I have already attached those, so it seems like my Genesect might be safe. And all right, so now the plan is whoa. What? I was about to say, now the plan is to go boss KO the Miraidon. But turns out we're playing against the nicest opponent in the whole wide world, and they chose to let me KO them. All right, so we're definitely just gonna commit to getting this KO. We are so close. We need a double turbo or our one of Switch. Might be harder than one would think, but with quad Genesect plus Iono, you would imagine I'll be able to find one of the pieces. I immediately do, which is fantastic. And honestly, this might just prompt a concession from my opponent. Just gonna draw the extra card. Not even gonna bother playing the Iono now. Wow, alright. I just find another double turbo. Not gonna bother playing the Iono. My opponent has 4 random cards, which I have no information on. And I'd rather them have 4 random cards that I don't have information on than 6 random cards that I don't have any information on. So all good. We find the Switch in case my opponent tries to trap me or do any shenanigans. We can also just set up the other Mew VMAX and retreat to continue attacking. We have the Power Tablet, so I mean, my opponent literally made my life easier by them not going into literally anything, right? Mareep was probably the right call, but they chose Miraidon. Now, another Iono, all good. That means no boss, that means the Mew VMAX is gonna be able to attack once again. The one missing piece is, is the Power Tablet or a Choice Belt, which I do not have at this point in time. And 2 of them just went to the bottom of the deck, so that could be what causes us a little bit of trouble here. Does find Bravery Charm. Another annoying card, but less so when you have 4 Lost Vacuums in your deck. So yeah. Counter Catcher, all good. Is my opponent trying to stall me out? Is that their plan? Might be, right? Generally might be. Alright, so with Elesa Sparkle, they just give me the 2 price Pokemon, so I'm just gonna try and thin the deck as much as I can. Actually, let's just switch. Alright, that was hand thinning. Doesn't really matter. Alright, we're gonna Fusion Strike System for 3. There's the Choice Belt and the Lost Vacuum, so this is just gonna be game over pretty much. Alright. And yep, there's a concession. Definitely a dot game, but hopefully you can see the reasoning and the approach. Very easy match, especially when your opponent just hands you their best Pokemon in play. That's always gonna be a nice, easy win. So yeah, Mew VMAX keeps winning. It's super powerful, straightforward, has a lot of disruption and offensive attacks, and yeah, I fully expect Mew VMAX to continue to be at the top until it rotates in April. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay, because it's definitely been quite a long time since I've done deck plus gameplay videos. But if you, the viewer, want to watch more of this and want to hear my thoughts as I play, definitely let me know, and I'll be more than happy to oblige. Thank you so much, and until next time, goodbye.